Biggest money lessons from Squid Game. Spoilers ahead. Welcome to Street Savvy Finances. Today, we bring you something fresh, exhilarating, and surprisingly different from our previous videos. As you know, we are dedicated to helping you make the best money decisions for yourself and your family. And what better way to do that than using the biggest show on the internet? Before we begin, massive spoilers are ahead. Squid Game, a South Korean survival drama TV series, has been making waves since its release on September 17, 2021. Everything about the series is insane: the acting, the directing, the superb storyline, and every gory detail. There are also a lot of mad, hidden messages that were staring at us right in the face. For instance, why did we not know that Ilmam player 001 is a part of the organizers? His name translates to First Man. Also, when Hwang Junho, the police officer that also happens to be the brother of the frontman, checks the list of participants, the first number that pops up is 002. Nothing was written in the register about player 001. Lastly, it is player 001's screams that stopped the massacre by Jang Deok-soo and his people. Other hidden messages include the possibility of Il-nam being the father of Seon Gu-han, or player 456, who is also the story's protagonist. All these hidden messages and many others are passed so subtly that anyone could have easily missed them. Fortunately, the purpose of this video is not the hidden messages in the show. It is the big money lessons that everyone, young or old, can learn from it. As you must know, money rules the world. Relationships with spouses, siblings, parents, and even spiritual beliefs can hit rock bottom as dictated by money. Our very existence almost entirely depends on the money decisions we make. The same thing applies in the Squid Game. The movie seeks to point out the big flaws of the capitalist community, where the rich have so much and the poor have nothing. In a series, a group of bored rich men assembles 456 players in a deadly survival game. The players play 6 games for a chance to win a total sum of 4 to 5.6 billion won. Each of the games has rules and goals. All players that fail to achieve their goals before the timer runs out are eliminated. If a player fouls while the timer is still running, they get eliminated. The games are deadly, but the show proved that money and a failed society are strong motivators. Now that the introduction is over, let's get to the money lessons we picked up from Squid Game. Number 1. Avoid debts at all costs. One thing all the participants have in common is that they owe large amounts of money to others. Player 456 owes hundreds of millions of won as a result of his gambling addiction. His childhood friend, player 218, owes about 6 billion won. Except for the sneaky billionaire, all the other players owe huge amounts of money and seriously wanted a way out. At first, after the killing in the first game, all of the survivors wanted the game to end. But when they were shown the money, their tune soon changed. Han Mai-nayo, who was the first to get on her knees pleading about needing to go out to name her child, became one of the fiercest advocates for the games. These people all caved because they were in serious financial situations. A similar situation applies to the real world. Though nobody points a gun at your head if you owe money, debt still puts you in a difficult situation. The constant harassment, inability to make a simple purchase or take loans all put a lot of mental strain on a person. So see the series as a challenge to pay off your debts today. Live a debt-free life so you are always in charge of your situation. Number 2. Save for health emergencies. When the players were allowed to go back outside after green light, red light, player 456 met his mother seriously sick and at risk of losing her foot. He had canceled their health insurance because of his gambling addiction, and they had no savings. This, above all other reasons, prompted his return to the game. If he had had enough to take care of his mother, who knows, he might not have returned. Whatever you do, ensure you save healthcare insurance, even if it is the most basic package. Health issues will arise, expect them, and save enough money. Not just health emergencies. Save for all types of emergencies. Experts advocate that you should have at least 6 months' expenses in a savings account for emergencies. Number 3. With big money comes big responsibilities. Another crucial money lesson from player 218 is that when life gives you big opportunities, it expects you to make something big out of them. Unlike others who were mostly uneducated, player 218 is smart and educated. His mother proudly hangs his picture in her shop and regales everyone with tales of her child's successes. Ironical, right? But he owes 6 billion won. Most of the other players, including Gihan, only owe hundreds of millions. Sang, who played in the big leagues, and playing in the big leagues attracts heavier losses. This situation can be seen in the real world too. On October 4, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram were offline for about 5 hours. Businesses that depend on the services lost a lot of money, but nobody lost as much as Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of the apps. According to reports, the CEO lost between $6–7 billion. For all the rich people you envy and desperately wish to be like, their lives are not perfect. They probably have seriously bigger money issues. Also, as you climb the financial ladder, remember to grow thicker skin. The ride up is going to be a bumpy one. Number 4. Most people would do anything for money. 187 people voluntarily made their way back to a game where they would be killed to win money. The saddening part is the couple that went back in together, and the husband ended up causing the death of his wife. Why did he not go back alone so she could at least take care of the family? There was a 1 to 187 probability of success, and the players still went back for the money. Of course, each of them had genuine reasons. Some of the players caused the problems themselves, and some, like player 067, were looking to save their loved ones. The organ smuggle ring also shows the extent to which people would go to make a few bucks. Either way, the lesson here is that people would go to extreme lengths for money. If you are involved in business dealings or pretty much anything that involves money, ensure everything is properly documented. Trust carefully, especially with your hard-earned money. Number 5. Gambling is a fruitless endeavor, especially for the poor. If you are struggling financially, gambling is one of the last things you want to do. The odds are never in your favor. Many poor people realized this when it was only too late. Instead of gambling away your money and making a bookmaker rich, gamble wisely by investing. In Squid Game, the main personality flaw of Gi-hun is his gambling addiction. Otherwise, he is a sweetheart. Well, most of the time he is. His fascination for horse racing drives away his wife and daughter. His self-worth and dignity also suffer greatly. He is neither able to buy a decent birthday gift for his daughter nor treat his sick mother. Everyone scorns him when he turns to them for financial aid because they know he lacks credibility, and no one wants to be involved with someone like that. Number 6. You can do many things with money. The rich people depicted in the movie bet on human lives for their entertainment. That is sick, but there is a money lesson to be learned here. Being rich will give you and your family the finest things in life. People would respect and honor you, at least in your presence. You will not lose the respect of loved ones like Gi-hun did if you plan your finances appropriately. Fortunately, you can get the best tips at almost no cost. Just subscribe to the channel and watch all of our life-changing videos. Number 7. Shortcuts are dangerous. Easy money is rarely a good thing. If something looks too good to be true, it is probably too good to be true. The players in the game are all contracted by the train station man. He offers them a chance to play a Korean game for the chance to win a few bucks. After they win some amount of money, he tells them there is more money for bigger games. All the players fell for the scheme easily. They only considered the free money, not the risk attached to the game. For this oversight, 454 people were gunned down. If a business venture seems this way to you, you should avoid it, or at least make adequate research before you put in your money. On the other hand, if you put in the work and avoid these dangerous shortcuts, you can improve your situation. Number 8. Live in the moment. Another great money lesson from Squid Game is living in the moment. After he wins the game, Gi-hun returns home to a dead mother and an absent daughter. He went there for them, and he could not do anything to bring them back, even with his 45.6 billion won. In fact, he lives miserably for a year, not doing anything at all with his win. This lesson tells us that nothing is assured. Be there for the people that matter. Show that you love and care for them in whatever little way you can, because tomorrow is not assured. Number 9. Success chases excellence. This lesson is not particularly from the series, but the writer of the series. Shortly after the movie started making waves online, the story of the writer's story became widespread. Hwang Dong-hyuk, who wrote and directed the series, had written it in 2008. But he could not find a production studio to support the movie until 2019. He waited for more than 10 years before anything happened. Yet he did not give up. Today, the series is the biggest Netflix series. If your work is excellent, it is only a matter of time before somebody sees that excellence and rewards you immensely for it. Keep the dream going. While waiting, get involved in other things so you do not lose the respect and love of family and friends. Have you seen Squid Game? What are the money lessons or the general life lessons you picked from the show? Please let us know in the comment section below. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.